Hi guys, welcome to another book review. So this book was a random find in the bargain bin at my grocery store, of all places. If you enjoy some sci-fi stuff, or not necessarily 100% sci-fi, it's more like dystopian society stuff. And if you read The Handmaid's Tale and really enjoy it, allegedly, this is probably right up your alley. It's called Vox. So the whole book is following a family, and specifically this woman who used to do um, research prior to this huge coup that happened in America. And the result of that coup was that women pretty much lost all of their rights, and they're only allowed, women and girls, I should say, girls as well, you're only allowed to speak 100 words a day. And you get to wear this fancy little wrist uh, bracelet contraption that will count your words. And then the second you go over 100 words, it will shock you. And if you keep talking, it will shock you to the point of serious bodily harm, um, that kind of stuff, right? So, again, it follows this woman and her family as they try and navigate this kind of weird time. And the coup has already happened, right? There might be like an underground, but they're underground because the coup was successful. This is what's happened. You're wearing the counter, okay? And so it talks about her research, and then of course something happens where suddenly, oh, they need help in this area. And it just so happens she and her team that used to research these issues are the folks they need to rely on. So now it's she has some limit of control. She gets to go back to doing her research, um, and how they're navigating that during this time. There's a couple other things too, like her husband works in the administration of a group that's currently in power after this coup occurs. So it's interesting to watch how that impacts their marriage, their relationship in general with their children, that kind of stuff. And then also, as the book progresses, you kind of find out that each of them, she and her husband, kind of have their own separate little secrets and stuff, which, ultimately end up impacting the overall plot and the outcome of the story, right? It's a pretty short book. I think I read it in like 2 days, 3 days. Um, I would definitely say it's a very interesting read, because I feel to a certain extent like realistic dystopian stuff. It's not something so crazy where it's like, oh, that would never happen. It's kind of more like, you know, subtle in these changes. But I also like the fact that it focuses on just one family and their issues going through this time and just kind of what's what's happening in general. It makes it a lot easier to follow. Um, there are some similarities between this and The Handmaid's Tale. Um, I will say there are a few differences though, where the whole like rape thing that happens in The Handmaid's Tale, that's not really a thing in this book. That's not a thing. It's more focused on just like how um, the group in power is adamant that like women should only have, you know, very minimal, if any, rights at all, shouldn't be heard at all, that kind of stuff. It's just all about going back to those kind of control things. Um, and it's not so much about the whole focus on procreation of children or whatever. It's basically, to me, I was just like, oh, the focus is like keep women submissive, and by not letting them speak, future generations of women will be dumber and easier to control, therefore. So it's just something like that. But it's a, again, quick, easy read. If this is something that really appeals to you guys, you'll probably get through this like super quickly. Again, till next time.